Yo, 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 what up all the buddies? It's me, the one, the only, often imitated, never duplicated, and still the original radio gingerbread man. It's so nice to be in your company this afternoon. Thank you for choosing us. If you've just switched on your wireless, thank you for choosing us. If you've just logged in, this is Realistic Rainbow Radio. My name is Uthman Solomons, and it's an absolute pleasure having you guys along this afternoon.
You're listening to Uthman Solomons, Realistic Rainbow Radio.
So yeah, as we know, we've had the elections and talks were taking place between the various political parties, and I think the one thing that is on everybody's lips at the moment is the ANC's talks of a government of national unity. Wow, a government of national unity. Sounds like a mouthful. I always thought Realistic Rainbow Radio is a mouthful, but a government of national unity? I think that tops the cake. So yeah, what does it mean? From my understanding, I think it is just a bunch of political parties coming together. It's like a coalition, but coming together so that they're able to govern the country as a unit, as a whole. Now, if we look at the political parties that contested in these elections and those who got the most votes, all of these parties, in my opinion, are just so different to be able to work together. Now, I am not saying that they cannot work together. What I am saying is a lot of these parties who are in talks with each other are just too different to be able to work together and make a government of national unity actually work. And to me, why is that a problem? You might ask. Why is that such a big issue? To me, it's a big problem because if you look at the two biggest parties in South Africa at the moment, the ANC and the DA, I just think they are way too different to be able to work together. And I've seen in the past where parties, when they don't, and I'm just talking about at municipality level, where parties, when they don't see eye to eye, they have their differences and they can't iron things out. The people on the ground, the citizens or the residents of those various municipalities suffer. And that is the one thing that I fear where we now talk about a government of national unity. If, for an example, the ANC would work to work with the DA, and we know very well how different they are in their being, how different they approach things. How are they going to make it work? That's my question. How are they going to set their differences aside and see that the needs of the citizens gets catered for, see that the needs of the people get seen to, without letting their egos get the better of them? You understand what I mean? I think the ANC and the DA, they are way too different, and that is why a lot of people are actually upset that the DA has decided to actually work with the ANC in this government of national unity. The other thing that I know could pose a problem is if the ANC, for example, works with other political parties that doesn't want to work with the leader of the ANC. For example, the MK party, Mkhonto we Sizwe party, has come out and said that they would only be open to talks of a government of national unity with the ANC if the ANC commits themselves to remove Cyril Ramaphosa as the president. Now, if that doesn't happen, obviously there's no talks. Let's say, for example, the MK party get what they want and the ANC says, let's recall Ramaphosa and we have another leader in place, and then the talks might start. That might just set the pace for the talks of a government of national unity between the ANC and the MK party. But nou vra jy jouself, What is tomorrow's a problem? Tomorrow they come with other demands. Tomorrow they want something else. Another party who said they would never ever consider getting into the talks of a government of national unity with the ANC is the EFF. And their main reason there was they would not talk about a government of national unity if the DA and the Freedom Front Plus is involved. So die mense het nie baie votes nie. Die mense wil baie graag die land regeer, maar almal het demands. And with the demands already starting at this point, long even before the government or the parliament has been established, I can only foresee greater problems should these people decide to work together. But I can almost guarantee you that a lot of people who wants to be in talks of a government of national unity are those ones who wants to get a position in cabinet, who wants to get a position in parliament, who wants to get somewhere, somehow, with their party members or even as party leaders. They want to get a higher position up in government. That is about the only reason why I think people would go out and even have the discussion of a government of national unity. There are parties such as XNSA, which I've learned about, who said they are very upset with the DA, who even decided to go and talk with the ANC about the idea of the government of national unity. And they are very unhappy because they know what agreements they had with the DA, and therefore the DA going behind their backs and actually engaging with the ANC in these talks is what upset them. Now, with that, all of that being mentioned, all of that being said, all of the drama that I can just foresee taking place, here's another thing that I want to throw at you guys this afternoon. As we talk about a government of national unity, we know that certain party leaders might, I'm not saying will, but they might be given the opportunity of getting portfolios within the government, like either the Ministry of Sports or the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Education, Defense, Finance. All those various ministries will be on the table. They will talk about them. And I've seen some clips, videos, photos doing the rounds where, because of the amount of seats that the ANC have lost, there's so many of their members of parliament who will have to vacate their spaces. They will have to leave. These are some people in prominent ministerial positions. But not once have I seen anybody talks about the Minister of Basic Education's position. It looks as though Angie Motshekga is sitting there watching this whole thing unfold, and she might just still have a job once this whole thing has been ironed out, once parliament members, cabinet members have been ironed out. And as a citizen, I think the first person that should go and should vacate the place is Angie Motshekga as the Minister of Basic Education. Another person that I think would be fit for a position as minister would be the NCC's president, Fadil Adams. And I think Fadil, besides the fact that he talks a lot about Liverpool, I think he would be a great Minister of Sports. We've seen how he advocated for the sporting facilities in and around the Cape Flats area, to be exact. And I think if I could suggest Fadil for any position, that would be for the Minister of Sports in South Africa. But we'll talk again. Until next time, Adios amigos, hasta la vista, peace.